Okay, we should be live. Let's hop on a BT6. There's a thunderstorm warning. That's nice. Severe thunderstorm, or actually it's a watch, it's not a warning. I don't care. Same thing. Oh, rival sweat. I think my chat is still broken. Or not chat, sorry. The view counter is still broken. YouTube, please fix that. The worst part is I can't even spectate on my other computer since the volume is broken on it. So like I kind of have to stick with the broken view counter on my phone. Which really sucks, but it is what it is. Wait, someone just... Oh. It's a chess meme. Wait, how's that? Okay, I'm not... Wait. Okay, this is a daily chess puzzle. Hold on. How's that the worst move? I'm not the best chess player, but I don't see how that's the worst move. I mean, once you cheer out the bishop, so they'll have all the moves. How's that the worst? Is it because you can attack the queen easier? If the queen goes up, then it forces a queen trade. I don't know. I am not good at chess, so I have no clue. Anyways, let's get Geraldo up. You play chess? Yeah, I do. I don't do it online very much. Most of the time I just do it in person. I'm gonna do... Yeah, like I said, I think I'm 800 rating. It's not very accurate though, since I don't play online very much. I might actually do a chess. I have thought about doing a chess stream in the past though, since it seems like a lot of people in my audience like chess as well. All right, what do we do here?
Geraldo. Ah, there. Let me check my stock.
You know what's effing with me? The amount of water we have. You know, I'll place Geraldo for back so he doesn't start regrow farms.
Geraldo, at your service.
I am pretty slow today, if you can't tell. I guess I'll do Wizard and Mermonkey. It's not co-op. Oh yeah, I could. Oh yeah, I could do it with you. I was just waiting for a few more people to show up so we could have 3 or 4 people to do the boss. That was my idea. Okay, Abyss Dweller is now like ridiculously cheap, so I guess I'll get that. I thought Abyss Dweller was fine already. I didn't think it needed that Pierce buff. There's 4, yeah, there's 4 viewers currently. Oh shit. Not a start. The thing is that there's a lot of viewers just kind of view this stream for fun and they don't really. Okay, we have Kim on him, and they don't really interact very much. That's why you almost always see less people interacting than there are viewers. That doesn't apply to. That's not my stream only. It applies to like everyone's stream. So usually I try to see how many people are, seeing how many people are chatting is usually a better indicator as to how many people will go on the go in the co-op games than the actual viewer count. Oh, is that normal? Like that little abyss thing? I thought that only happened if you had Lure of the Abyss on land. Okay, obviously I did not pay close enough attention. Let's get Arcane Spike. Yeah, that's what it's called. So we can take out the Moab. Arcane Spike is for anyone who sees this comment on the live version of the video, I'll circumcise you if you don't interact with the stream. Genius art advertising right there. I should do that. I should do that to boost engagement. It'll 100% work, I feel like. Okay, Warrior one-shot ceramics with its tentacles, so I guess I'll get that.
What is that?
It's like the people who are like, leave a like or subscribe, or else EDP will be underneath your bed, peeking through your, staring at you at the middle of the night. Like that. It's like those people. By the way, I've always found that sort of approach kind of cringe. Well, really cringe, to be honest. It obviously targets kids. Because, you know, kids aren't gonna be as aware that it would be a joke. I also don't usually like to say, like and subscribe a lot. I say it at the end of the stream, or end of the video, although that's just habit. I recently have been starting to say like or dislike, but that's just habit because I used to be like that. I used to constantly be like and subscribe and comment down below for more content, blah, blah, blah. Buy my merch. We're bringing merch, high quality merch. Really high quality merch. Nobody can resist. Yeah. Same concept, yeah. Oh, I can get Archmage. I mean, not like that's that impressive since we're on double cash, but same thing. well, but I guess it doesn't really matter. Just get rid of these game modes.
What is that?
Okay, the way that the Archmage takes care of those ceramics is so satisfying.
Is open.
Am I the only one who thinks that? Okay, these are camo, so this isn't as satisfying, but your dumb ass isn't watching you stream 1 minute behind. That happens sometimes. I don't know why. Like, it just brings you back a minute or so. Oh yeah, by the way, I've got some sad news. The Chag finale has finally came. He thankfully is graduating, or non-thankfully, depending on how you look at it, is graduating this year, and yesterday was the last time I saw him. Or at least in theory, unless I see him, like, on the street or whatever, or inside my window. To be honest, either one is just as likely. something I find absolutely hilarious is how it's like a it's a common theme from people I've talked to about it. For whatever reason, it's a common theme that we all have nightmares of him just busting through peeking through our windows or busting through our house in the middle of like, whether it's like in the middle of, I don't know, while we're sleeping. So yeah, if you're wondering how he looks, just know that he's so ugly that people unironically have nightmares of him peeking, of him busting into their houses.
Quick, check the shop.
Anyways, well, in the past few weeks, we've got some bad news. Apparently the 12-year-old was wanting to come to class again. Although, good news is that, God got involved. How? It just so happened that she had a, he and I are in, like, different classes. It's the same type of class, although it's different time periods. So, she ended up, by the way, the purples are kind of scaring me. Anyways, wait, we can afford that. Anyways, what happened was she ended up having like a dance class or a singing class or whatever exactly at the same time that he had class. So basically, he could never see her. Or so basically, he was able to see me, and she was able to see like the rest of the people in the other class, but was not able to see him at all. And it got even funnier because a week later, we were on this field trip, and originally Chad was with like the rest of us, although he decided to leave early. Originally, the 12-year-old was not going to come at all. That was like the plan, although some family emergency happened with the professor and that sort of stuff. So she had to come by, but that just so happened to happen right after he left. I swear, this is divine intervention. You can't convince me otherwise. This is divine intervention. Unfortunately, our luck ended as there was a graduation party. This was if you're wondering why there's like all these field trips or whatever, this is like an instructional studies kind of class. It isn't like an actual class, like where you learn stuff. But yeah, so unfortunately they collided with each other that day, although it was only for like 15 minutes or so. And he was like trying to talk to her and whatever, although he wasn't being too creepy, weirdly enough. And eventually she kind of just tried to avoid him, from what I've seen. Probably the funniest thing though, this is not related to the 12-year-old, but he left because he's always on his computer. Like, he'd literally bring his computer everywhere. I swear, I swear, like, just seeing him bring his computer everywhere makes him feel so punchable. But yeah, he just does that for whatever reason. And he oftentimes just leaves his computer with like whatever he has on it somewhere and then like wanders off. Well, he ended up so he ended up leaving his computer on. So he ended up, going to and leaving his computer on, and guess what was on it? Fucking Ava's Instagram. Immediately when I saw that, I just couldn't resist. I basically was like thinking out loud. I was like, and I like said it really loudly, and he got so scared that I just left and didn't tell anyone. Thankfully, she was not in the room. She. But the fact that everyone else had to hear that, it's just. My question is why? Like, if you do that, like, the balls. The actual balls you must have to have a girl that people know you clearly like Instagram up and then just leave your computer there unattended with the screen fully visible to everyone. Like, what were you thinking? By the way, if you're wondering if I told her or not, I did not, because she has I think I said this before, although she has a lot of social issues and she probably won't think much of it. Even though, like, I thought it was creepy as hell. Like, do that shit in your do that shit in your bedroom. Like, we don't want to see it here. She probably wouldn't think about it much. So yeah, that was the finale. It was funny because when I saw it, I was talking to a couple of friends of mine, right? And when I saw the screen, it was pretty far away from me. Or don't do it all. Exactly! Yeah. Don't do it in front of other people. It's just creepy as hell. I mean, I think, like, porn or whatever, or just, not necessarily porn, but, like, following girls you like or whatever on Instagram, I'm perfectly fine with that. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You just don't do it in public spaces. That's the caveat. Anyways, what was I thinking? I don't remember. Oh yeah, when I first was like looking at the screen, I was like, what the hell? I have to be missing it because I also follow her on Instagram and I kind of recognize the colors of her profile picture. So like, this cannot be real. And I looked at it closer, it turns out it was and stuff. The funniest part is that usually it's just like a picture of an excavator on his on his computer. Or something like random like that. He loves excavators. I think I said this, but that's like his autistic interest. And he like really likes it. Like, he's clearly a lot more autistic than like me, for example. Like, he could go on and on and on about that. That and Mario Kart. Those are like the two things he could go on and on and on about. Yeah. Is he built like a voice crack? Oh yeah, of course. He's built like a fucking stick. He is taller than I thought he was. Originally, I thought he was about my height, but he is a bit taller than me, I think. I think he's around 6 feet tall. So, although the thing is that he's just super skinny. And there's no shitty lifts at all. He's built like I said, he's built like an actual stick. Probably underfed as, like, underweight, you know? Like, really underweight.
Let me check my stock.
I'm probably almost double his weight, to be honest. Even though I'm a tiny bit shorter. So I don't fear him at all. Like, he's no concern to me whatsoever. I remember I was telling him I was telling the girl he was like harassing a lot, Caitlin. She was concerned for a while because of how tall he was. For perspective, how much does he weigh? Probably 120 or 130, if I'd make a guess. Maybe 130, since he's tall. I don't know his exact weight. He probably doesn't know it either, since he doesn't know his exact height, but that's just a guess of mine. No, let's try an Outbuff sub. But yeah, she was really concerned because well, she was like really concerned about him because the thing is that Caitlyn is short. She's only 5'1", so you know, seeing someone 11 inches taller than you, of course they're gonna be scared if they're being really creepy to you. Like, how are you gonna defend yourself? Although I tried telling her, like, most of us can easily beat him in a fight. It's fine. If he hurts you or whatever, like, people will intervene. He basically, let's get a twin guns. I guess we'll get a glue since it has larger, it has more range. Oh, I forgot to get the elk buff. But yeah. Oh, camo. I guess I can leak that.
Just what we needed.
I feel so bad for women. Like, in general. Like, that is a privilege I'm glad to have. Just being large. Well, large-ish. I'm not particularly that large. Because I can't, like I said, I can't even imagine. Because men are just so much stronger than women. Like, not only are men taller, they're also built with more upper body strength naturally than women. I think leg strength it's a lot closer, but like upper body it's pretty drastic. And that's like what matters in a fight.
Hello.
It's not for the most part. So like if someone's being like really creepy to you, I can't imagine how scary it is. Since you don't know what that person's gonna do. Like, after all, he could sexually assault you. Like, who knows? Especially if you're short, like Caitlyn. Keep in mind that's not her real name. I'm using fake names just to conceal their identities.
Ah, there you are.
But some people like albino EDP here have no upper body strength. Are you calling me albino EDP? Mate? Fuck you. Nobody calls me albino EDP. Oh, okay. Oh, the weirdo? No, he's really thin. He's not really fat, he's really thin. So it's kind of like the opposite. Well, okay, in the liking minors way, he is like EDP, although in the weight way, he's kind of the opposite. Isn't EDP like 500 pounds? Oh shit, what the hell lag?
My friend? Yes, my friend.
Okay, I'll just delete those, I don't care.
Clean up on aisle 7.
Alright, I need some sort of decamo really quickly. I'm gonna get a sub here, I think.
I have something new.
Yeah, no, he's... Although you're right about the no upper body strength part. That's the thing about people on the spectrum. Like, a lot of them tend to, like, not eat enough. Or because they're, like, really picky about, food or whatever. They tend to not eat, like... Whether, they... You know, like I said, they're either because they're picky about food or something else. A lot of people on the spectrum tend to not eat enough, so they end up being really, really thin. And kind of the same thing goes with the opposite way. sometimes this is actually the case for me. Although the food that you're picky with food, although a lot of the food that you don't like is healthy per se, so you end up being bigger. Like for example, I don't like most fruits. I just don't. I do eat vegetables, but I just don't like fruits for whatever reason. I haven't seen too many people who are like morbidly obese and autistic though. Usually it's just like ever so slightly overweight.
What is that?
Unlike the thin part where it's like extremely, like dangerously thin. I remember there was a kid like that. He wasn't a, well, he could be a creep. We don't know because he never really tried flirting with women, but he also was like really socially awkward and that sort of stuff. This was back in high school. And something that thankfully Chag does, I mean to his credit, this kid didn't, was bathe. That was another thing. He would like never bathe or put on deodorant, so he smelled like absolute shit. He became this sort of like lolcow in the friend group. I partially felt bad, but I mean, it's kind of deserved, I feel like. Oh wait, this is double HP Moabs. I actually forgot about that. Although I remember it was one time where like there was something where like he was chasing like everyone else in the friend group, and they like outran him so badly. It wasn't even funny. Like, he was like way behind, and and everyone else was, and he like just straight couldn't keep up, even though he was like thin. You know, in theory, he should be, he should have more endurance for being thin, but nope, he was so thin that he literally had no muscle, and he couldn't keep up. I think a similar thing is the case with Jag. You love apples, oranges, kiwis, bananas, papayas, and starfruit. Yeah, I don't know what about fruit is I don't like. I just tend to not to. There are a few exceptions like oranges, but yeah. Something I usually say is, usually if there's someone who's like, or what I usually say is that it's a stereotype that everyone who's autistic is a creep. And it's kind of a stupid one as well. Yeah, it does have some truth, although most people on the spectrum are normal people. You know? I mean, yeah, I've kind of, maybe we've had some fuck-ups with wording or whatever, like I definitely have, but most of us are at least have some sort of basic social skills. Although usually you can tell if someone's a creep or not, just by how they interact with other people, or just how they act in general. It's usually the it's usually like socially inept ones who thinks that like everyone's their friends, although in reality none of them actually are. It's usually those people who are the creeps, and those tend to be the ugly people as well who are autistic. Like the more normal looking people almost never are like that. It's always the ugly people. I hate to make another stereotype, but and also in general, I think they just, it feels weirder to be, just their physical presence just feels weird to be around as well. You get what I mean? There's no way that this setup can last the entire game. Yeah, no, it's dying around 75. 100%. I have 124k. No, what if he just... Oh no. Alright, this round. Fuck it, let's get a Bez. I don't give a shit. Watermelon is on the list too because you're black, of course. Bruh. Wait, are you actually black IRL? I'm legitimately curious. Oh wait, that was round 74. That wasn't even round 75. I'm such an idiot. Interesting. I've always thought you were white for whatever reason. I don't know why. I guess I need to stop. I think it's how you communicate. Maybe. Like I said, I don't know. Like it doesn't, your English doesn't seem like conventional, you know, black English per se. You get what I mean? Maybe I should stop assuming people's races. That might be better. No, that might be a good thing. Now, I remember when I was young, I'd always make a joke about, joke around about, what if you're, can you say the N-word if you're 1% black? Turns out I am 1% black. So fuck it. No, no, no. It's actually not black, it's North African. Close. Usually I say African instead of black just to trick people like that. If you're wondering how I'm 1% black, it's because I'm roughly an 8th Sicilian, and Sicilians are roughly 14% North African. Due to Arab colonization. No, I'm not saying it. No, don't, no. YouTube will terminate the hell out of me. Showing on stream. Yeah, I don't care. I'm still not saying that. Can I afford it? Can I save up? Hold on. I think. Yeah, I can leak these lives. Exactly 25. That's actually kind of nice. Exactly the mana shield lives. Giving you the pass? Nah. Nah. Nah, bro. The funniest thing is I'm also an 8th French Canadian. And, the French Canadians have done some inbreeding with, indigenous people. So I'm also a tiny percent indigenous as well, most likely. Not all French Canadians did, although I think most did. So I might be like 1% indigenous or something like that.
Just what we need.
Wait, do destroyers attack too fast to be good with Elk buff?
I've been waiting for you. Welcome back.
Yeah, the funniest thing is that 95% of it is Western European. I'm like 50 to 60% German, I think. I think it's closer to 60%. I'm actually 3/16 Sicilian, I'm not 1/8. That was kind of a lie. I thought it was 1/8 for a long time. Because I didn't know that, because one of my great-grandparents was Sicilian. I didn't know that one more of my great-great-grandparents was that. Although, yeah, half of my branches are just German, nothing else. It's my mom's side and my dad's side, which I'm pretty sure has like all of the, the Italian and French Canadian, the Norwegian, and the Irish, and Scottish, everything else. Mainly my mom's side, I'm pretty sure, has that all. My dad's side has the Sicilian. Yeah, what happens if I alpha? I'm legitimately curious about the uptime. Yeah, that uptime doesn't really look very good, doesn't it? It's hard to tell with these small balloons, but I think it'll be easier to tell with the Moab.
What is that?
I might get stronger stim. Oh yeah, look at that. Just burned through it. Okay, we need some sort of camo. Oh, good wizard this time.
This door is open.
Yeah, let's just go stronger stim. I think stronger stim will happen okay uptime. I think the problem is Berserker Brew. It just doesn't have enough shots. Yeah. Stronger stim is good, it looks like. Gotta go to practice. Okay, see ya.
What is that? I have something new.
Oh, you gotta do it in 20 minutes? Alright. I wonder how far just this setup can last us. Probably pretty far. We might die to 75. Probably. Dude, 75 is just unfair. Just straight up. Your Wi-Fi cheeks, oof. I feel you sometimes. Dude, yesterday for the reason Cell was like not working for me at all. Or at least for most of yesterday. It started picking back up like at 5, but yeah, it was absolute cheeks yesterday. I actually was originally gonna stream yesterday, although I couldn't because the Wi-Fi was just so bad. It was only on my phone, by the way. It was Cell, so. And for whatever reason, I'm like, I don't know what the Wi-Fi password on my phone is. To the university I'm in. Holy shit, 63. I did not expect to be a problem. So yeah, I have to rely on Cell when I'm here. Alright, let's just blade trap it. Wait, you said you don't talk black, right? Oh god. Alright, I'm just gonna leak that.
There you are.
How many blues is that? Okay, that's a few.
What is that?
Oh shit, it leaks on 64 as well. Alright. I expected it to last longer, not gonna lie. I guess in all fairness, 63 and 64 are both absolutely brutal rounds, so it makes sense. Is bottom path better with carrier flagship? Do you know? I don't use carrier flagship very often, so I don't know. I think it is better though. Well, actually, hold on. So on the planes, the so on the planes, shoot the miniature grapes, so they have barely any like range, projectile range. Hello, Adrian Liz. I'm just trying to figure out which crosspath is better for flagship. Pierce. So bottom gives extra pierce and camo. Well, middle camo is solved with this guy. Well, middle has the grapes, even though the grapes don't do a lot of damage. Or sorry, they don't have a lot of radius. And they don't seem to do very much. I don't think it really matters in this situation. We're probably good either way, but I'll go bottom path. I guess I'll also get an Alkin Village buff. Might actually wear off quicker now that I think about it. Oh, I don't even have enough money. You say middle? Alright. I forgot aircraft carrier was that expensive. I'm actually gonna try bottom. Just because I'm curious. Yeah, destroyer is better for with middle path for the most part. I know. Just because the grapes get so much value. It didn't, at least for me, it doesn't seem like the same way with the aircraft carrier flagship. It does shoot the grapes though. I forgot about that. The ship in of itself shoots grapes if you go middle. I don't go bottom very much with tier 4 and 5, so I guess this is a little test. Do you see if better? I don't know. Let's see. Right there. How's the buff looking? It looks pretty consistent. Oh wait, it's because the doesn't affect the planes, right? Bottom is trash. No, not really. Not with top. Well, I guess with middle, it's pretty close to the top from what I've heard. Since bottom gives you more pierce on the darts. I could have always used a mermonkey to make up for that pierce, but yeah. I know there was one time a bug where crow's nest gave you a shit ton of pierce accidentally, and that made bomb path on flagship absolutely busted. But yeah, that was a bug. Middle path, the cannonballs don't really work very well with pierce, since they're just cannonballs. And I think with the tier 1, I think bomb path is better, like the grape shot, since pierce on the grapes is absolutely broken. But after that, I think top is better. And then bomb path itself, boat farms. I mean, they're just boat farms. They aren't really there for damage, you know. What room is the dorm you're in? What room is the dorm you're in right now? Well, why should I don't feel comfortable saying. Yeah. You know what? It isn't like I'm gonna be moving out of it in weeks, so it isn't like it can do very much for me. Very much for it. It's room 428. 428A. Feel free to do whatever you want with that information, because I'm not gonna be here in about a week. Don't worry, you have cameras everywhere. Oh god. Are you Santa? Black Santa? Or are you Stalin? Yeah, same thing. Santa, Stalin, same thing. Have you seen those memes comparing Santa to Stalin? The amount of similarities there are is mildly funny. It's just, I think. I don't think, Rival Sweat, you don't have time to start a match, right? I was wondering if the other person would want to join in. Yeah, because I have Impoppable and Chimps left. I guess I can do Impoppable, and then we can do Chimps a different stream.
Geraldo. Ah, there you are.
Thing about Impoppable is that I can't just like put down a tower and just let it solo. I have to do a bit more thinking. What should we start with? You know what? Fuck it. Let's start with the Super Monkey. Wait, how am I gonna beat round 32 though? Cause I either need white or purple
Welcome back.
popping power. You know what? Fuck it, I'll get some turrets.
I've been waiting for you.
I'm gonna go for a champion, I think.
Fabuloso.
Okay, turrets are ass.
Geraldo, at your service.
What is something with the normal damage type? So snipers have it. Boomerangs have it. Subs, if you go middle path, although nobody goes middle path. Rotors do. Oh, rotors. This is a good heli map. I'll go for bottom path and then just give it a village. No, village seems like a waste. I'll go mortar. I meant middle path on village. I'll give it a village, although I'm gonna go top path. Oh yeah. On that note, I could probably go bottom. Get away with going for a discount. And can I find mortar somewhere? Right here. I can get you. Okay, we didn't have enough for the dart ship then, although I'm glad we were able to take care of it without it. Oh my god, I never even placed on Geraldo. What am I doing? Alright, I don't think we're gonna get level 20 Geraldo. No, actually, he starts off with the level since it's fast track, so we probably will still. I love it how this ladybug's butt is just completely squished by a helipad, and it's just not even, it doesn't even care. How fast does it burn off? The Berserker Bird. Okay, it's only facing against ceramics now, so it's not gonna burn it off very quickly, but I've heard that Razor Rotors absolutely kills Alec Buff timing. And I guess the machine gun on the heli pilot doesn't help. Dude, that BFB got vaporized. I mean, it makes sense for an over $60,000 upgrade, but still. Oh, look at that. Look at how fast that just got, that buff got vaporized. Look right there. Oh my god. Oh, it's solely focusing on the heli, okay. It's just throwing the AMD on mortar. 75. Just a no chance. Wow. What happened if I Murmonkey buffed it? Oh dude, it'll still out buff. It's fine. Okay, the ZMGs and that sort of stuff stood no chance. Yeah. Patchicron is cracked. Like these early 80s are no problem whatsoever. Oh, shit, DDCs. I forgot that they existed. I wish we were fine against 90. I'll get you up real quick. You know what? I'm gonna get a super mine sort of bad. I don't care. I'm gonna disrespect it. What is this? Oh, I have to. Pay for that. What instance we have? Oh, we have a tier 5 boomer? Never knew that. I don't even know how I got that in the first place, to be honest. Why do I have so few villages compared to other instas? That's so weird. Anyways, sadly we weren't able to do a co-op today. Yeah, so I think I'll end the stream here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe to my channel, dislike if you dislike, and I'll see you guys all in the next stream. Peace out.